But why not
Damn.
import enriched uranium as other countries do as part of the deal?
So pretty much he's saying right now is like, yeah, our enrichment program, we're not giving it up. I mean, we'll do the 2 to 3%. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. And the thing is, we had them at a good spot. We had them at a spot where I'm like, all right, look, you can just give up your nuclear program, get it imported, as Brett was saying, and we kind of effed that up by telling them they couldn't have no, ballistic missiles. So pretty much we kind of gave them the Gaddafi deal. Like, hey man, just disarm yourself and trust me. And trust me, bro, you'll still be in power maybe a week later. So let's be real. We kind of told them to dearm. And how you think that was gonna go over with Iran? I mean, telling them to give up their nuclear capability, that could have went well. When we told them to give up their nuclear capability and their ballistic missiles, it was like, all right, we weren't really negotiating in good faith. Let's be real.
Why not do it that way?
Well, because this is an achievement, a scientific achievement that we have been achieved by ourselves. Why we should import something that we can produce by ourselves?
Because you take it past the percentage. You take it to 90% or 60% and instead of 35%.
No. We never go to 90%.
No, they've only been confirmed to have 60% uranium. And if they had, come on, Brett. Come on, Brett, don't do that. But yeah, if they had 90%, we'd be dealing with a nuclear situation right now. Like there would be no if, ands, or but. They got a bomb. They got the means to make it right now. But no, it's been at 60% for a while, and that's all the the IAEA has been able to confirm. Which was supposed to be used as a threat, so which is why we took it out. So it is what it is.
We remained committed to below 5% for to produce fuel for nuclear power plants, and we also enriched up to 20% because we have a research reactor in.
I don't know about that, buddy. I mean, all that nuclear energy you guys are producing, only 1% of your grid is powered by nuclear energy. I don't know, man. Even if it was 5%, I mean, like, I don't know, 6% uranium, all that nuclear energy you guys got. I would at least hope you got like a good 20% of your electrical grid running off it.
Tehran, which is called Tehran Research Reactor (TRR). So we are enriching uranium for our own needs, and we once went up to 60%, and that was after the sabotage in our nuclear facilities. And then we, go up to 60%. But I was a negotiator at that time. I told our interlocutors that we immediately go down if a nuclear deal is achieved.
Mr. Foreign Minister, what is the extent of the damage to the nuclear enrichment program after these attacks?
Well, our facilities have been damaged, seriously damaged. The extent of which is now under evaluation by our Atomic Energy Organization. But as far as I know, they are seriously damaged.
Did the already enriched material survive? Is it accessible?
Bro, he's not going to tell you that.
Well, I have no detailed information. As I said, our Atomic Energy Organization is responsible for that. They are now trying to, evaluate what has exactly happened to our nuclear material, to our enriched material, and we will soon inform, the agency IAEA about the exact, that what has exactly happened to our enriched uranium. We have not stopped our cooperation with the agency. We continue working with them. We need a new modality because the facilities have been destroyed.
So you're saying that you may allow UN inspectors back into your country, all the sites, the IAEA to see all the sites?
Well, based on the modality that we come to with the agency, that would be possible, case by case. So any request by the agency to visit any place or to send inspectors or whatever should be carefully considered by our Supreme National Security Council because of the safety and security concerns.
Understanding those concerns, does Iran plan to reconstitute it?
Now, in terms of destroying the Fordo facility, that was, yes, it was rendered inoperable. So it was destroyed. Now, did they most likely move their enriched uranium? Yes. I mean, they had a good amount of time to do it. Think about it. Why wouldn't they did it when kind of Israel kind of telegraphed what America was going to do? We bombed their Israel hit them first and bombed their facility. You didn't think they were going to move it right after? Like, come on now. But yeah, they most definitely we most definitely destroyed their capability of most likely producing more uranium or more enriched uranium, but they still have at least a decent amount of their 60% uranium around. Can they do anything with it? No, not really.
Its enrichment program. Is it continuing now, or has the damage been so severe that it is all stopped?
It is now stopped because, yes, damages are serious and severe. But obviously, we cannot give up our enrichment because it is an achievement of our own scientists. And now, more than that, it is a question of national pride. Our enrichment is so dear to us. We are ready to engage into negotiation to make sure that our enrichment is only for peaceful purposes. We prefer a negotiated
Right.
solution. We are not ready to give up something which is now a question of a matter of dignity for the Iranian people, a matter of national pride. So rest assured that we want to continue our enrichment, but of course we prefer a negotiated, solution for that.
Mr. Minister, with all due respect, obviously it's
So yeah, and this is why a lot of people say that Israel kind of lost or America lost the situation because they still have their enrichment. I mean, they still have their enriched uranium, but they do not have their facilities no more. So I'm not really sure how they see that as a win, but hey, that's a win for them. I mean, two, there is no regime change, and the Ayatollah is still alive, and that's what Israel wanted the most was a regime change. And three, well, the Iranian people are now more united more than ever because now the main enemy is America and Israel, even the liberals and the conservatives. So the ones who want you to wear a hijab and the ones that want you to be unveiled are now teaming up because it's, well, F America and F Israel.
not just the U.S. and Israel, but other world leaders who have concerns about the enrichment program. Why would you need to put it a half mile under a mountain facility to protect it if it was a completely peaceful program? That's just some of the thoughts about it. Secondly, President Trump has said he would not hesitate to launch more strikes if Iran tries to rebuild its enrichment program. So what's your response to President Trump?
Because of the constant threats by Israelis, by the United States in the past, we had no way but to protect our facilities and to protect our material and protect our scientists. So my message or to the United States is that let's go for a negotiated solution for Iran's nuclear program. And we did that in the past, in 2015, after 2.5 years of negotiation, in which I was a negotiator myself. We came to that solution. That was called JCPOA, or Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. Maybe the current administration doesn't like that, but we can come to a similar deal, a better deal than that. I think that was proved that there is no military option to destroy our nuclear program. Yes, facilities have been destroyed, they are severely destroyed, but the technology is there. Our nuclear program, our enrichment program is not something imported from outside that can be destroyed by bombings. It is developed by ourselves. It is an achievement by ourselves. The technology is there. The scientists are there. The people who have run these facilities are there. Buildings can be rebuilt. Facilities can be rebuilt. Machines can be, replaced because the technology is there. I think the recent attack proved that there is no military option for our nuclear program. But I tell you, there is a negotiated solution for our nuclear program. We have done it once in the past. We are ready to do it once again.
Hey, Sean Hannity here.
So no military option. But then, I mean, he said there's no military option for their nukes. A lot of people make that case. Like, oh, they don't have the bombers to carry it. They don't got the missiles to carry it. I mean, think about it. We don't even want them having a space program to make intercontinental ballistic missiles. So I guess he has a point on that one. Means of
Welcome back to
delivery is
Special
not
Report.
there.
Continuing our interview now with the Iranian Foreign Minister, Abbas Araghchi. How would you describe the state of Iran's missile program? Hundreds were used during the war with Israel, many destroyed. How would you describe the state of that?
Well, I think we are in a good shape right now. The capability is still there. Our missiles are our most reliable means of defense. So we continue our missile program. Right now, it's still in a very good shape. We have a good number of missiles to defend ourselves.
Is the Ayatollah in good health? We haven't heard from him in a long time.
I met him today. He's in a very good shape and in a very good health. And I think, the whole system in Iran is quite stable and strong.
Mr. Minister, is Iran currently trying to assassinate President Trump, former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, former Ambassador John Bolton, and other Trump administration officials in the wake of the death of Qasem Soleimani?
No, we have never said that. Maybe some individuals here or there have said things like that, but that has never been Iran's official position.
Mr. Minister, the Ayatollah has said death to America, and that means death to Trump. That is from the Supreme Leader. The New York Post had the Iranian fatwa crowdfunding effort claims to have raised $40 million for bounty on President Trump's head. The campaign, organized by a group known as the Blood Covenant, comes after multiple Iranian clerics issued fatwas or death warrants against Trump. So you can see why the administration is looking at some of these signals, saying that you are doing that.
No, I think they are all propagandas. We have always said, the Supreme Leader and other officials in Iran have always said that death to America is in fact death to the, hegemonic policies of the United States, not to the people of United States.
I mean, well, the Iranian president but look, almost every Iranian, even I've heard speak on this, always say, it's not death to the American people, the president, or any politician. Is pretty much death to what you guys are doing in the Middle East. Yes, that's really what it is. It's death to us destabilizing other countries, starting proxy wars, hyping up Israel or propping up Israel. Yeah, that's what the death to America is for. And this is what he's saying. Now, I know how the conservatives feel. You guys are going, nope, they're talking about Trump. They're talking about us. They want death to us set. You don't know what you're talking about. And I get where you're coming from with that. I honestly do.
Yes, there are some perhaps radicals, persons or groups here and there in different places, inside, outside of Iran, who may say something like what you said, but that has never been our policy, and they will never be in our policy in the future. This is not our policy to kill anybody outside Iran, let alone the president of another country.
With all due respect, you're supplying arms and drones and missiles to Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Houthis. The Houthis are firing on U.S. and international ships. Obviously, the actions of Hamas and Hezbollah, no matter what you say their motivation is, are causing death. And efforts like that, and you're supporting all of those groups, your proxies.
Well, I'm not going to compare, but this what you said is exactly what Americans and Israelis are doing.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, like when they say, "Well, you're proxying war." I mean, is that the pot called the kettle black? I mean, bro, that's what we doing this right now in Ukraine. Oh man, we passing out judgment like crazy. I mean, we be proxy warring it, bro. You know how much people of these extreme Muslim radicals that we supported. I mean, Al Qaeda. Now we're on the side of the Syrian guys. Now it's like, bro, let's be real. We blame them for proxying their partners. I mean, what about us? I mean, is it wrong to help out your partners, guys? I mean, look, like, come on, it's like us helping out NATO and people bitching at us for that.
The United States have supported Israel with all kinds of weapons, sophisticated weapons, to kill people in Palestine, in Gaza, in the West Bank, in Lebanon, in Syria, now in Iran, and in Yemen. We believe that those freedom fighters, let me say,
Okay.
Hamas, Hezbollah, Houthis, they are fighting for a just cause, and we have always supported them politically and in other ways because we think that they are, as I said, fighting for something absolutely legitimate.
So pretty much he's saying we're pretty much helping Lebanon fight because it's against the Israelis. We're helping Hamas fight because it's against the Israelis, and anything that's pretty much going against America's will and their power structure in the Middle East, they're willing to support. Just like anybody who's willing to go against Iran or any of Iran's allies, we're willing to support. Fair is fair, but we're winning.
Even if that fighting, in their words, is about wiping Israel off the face of the map.
Well, if we have never said that,
They have.
well, that is up to them. They are fighting for their own homeland, so they may say anything. But this has not.
I mean, that is true. Israel is invading them. I mean, they've already taken parts of their land. You know, Israel's taken parts of Syria. They've expanded their borders and taken parts of these people's land, right? And then, you know, they kind of spin it to you, oh, they're Muslims, they're radicals. That's why they're attacking Israel. No, Israel actually intruded on their land, attacked them, killed innocent civilians, and still occupy parts of their country today. But they're radical Muslims, Set. You don't understand. I mean, all right. If you're a radical Muslim for protecting your land, then I mean, damn. I guess the whole United States military is a bunch of Islamists, then, huh?
This has never been Iran's policy to wipe out Israel from the map.
Do you plan to continue to support Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis?
We continue to support them as long as they are supporting their for their cause, for their justified demands.
But those are not justified demands, Mr. Minister. Annihilating Israel, wiping them off the face of the earth. That's what their pledge is.
I think Palestinians are fighting for their right for self-determination.
Hold on. How do you not know that, bro, the Golem Heights? Bro, look up what the Golem Heights is. That's actually going right into Syria and taking part of their land. Like, bro, that's what I'm saying. You guys don't know enough about geopolitics and what Israel's actually been doing. Like, yeah, they have. They most definitely have. That's the reason why these countries are agitated with them. It's not because they're Muslims. But I mean, that's what mainstream media is feeding to you guys, or that's what Fox is feeding y'all. So y'all believe it. And that's cool.
Israel has made out of occupation, out of occupation of Palestinians' lands, out of the massacre of Palestinians in their homelands.
Let me wrap up with this, and we really appreciate the time and you coming on to talk about this. The message you've sent here is that you think a negotiated settlement is possible. You're sending a message of peace, you say, in your words. But the enrichment, stopping enrichment inside Iran is a non-starter. It is a red line for Iran. Is that what you're communicating today?
If the goal is to make sure that Iran will never have nuclear weapons, that is achievable. But if the goal is to deprive Iran from its rights, including the right of enrichment, I think we have difficulty. Enrichment is now stopped because our facilities have been under attacks. But any settlement for Iran's nuclear program should include enrichment in the future because that is our right. We can never give it up.
And if it included, the deal included something about a reduction in missile production or a reduction in funding for terrorist proxies who you call freedom fighters, could that be also part of a deal?
Well, on our missiles, as I said, that is our most reliable means of defense. How we can disarm ourselves? Who can accept any deal like that?
So let me educate y'all on something real quick, because I don't think you guys know about the Golan Heights. This is the Golan Heights. When I say look, here's Israel. This is Israel all over here, right? Let me go ahead and speak. This is Israel. This is the Golan Heights. People in Israel live over here in the Golan Heights. Actually, Israel's financial minister lives over here in the Golan Heights, right on Syria's occupied land. Right on Syria. This used to be Syria, guys, and now it is Israel. This is Israel's original land down here, And this is the Golem Heights that, well, I guess you guys are finding out for today. That's actually used to be a part of Syria that they're occupying. I mean, they've done other things too, but I mean, hey, at least you know though, right? And this comes from the BBC News. I mean, I could bring you up other articles if you want more like right-leaning publication, but I believe this map should be enough. Should be. All right, Al, let's get right back to it.
We will never disarm ourselves, but I can tell you that our missiles have deterrent nature. They are for defense, they are not for offense. And also, I can assure you that Iran's missiles would never have a nuclear warhead. That is for sure.
And lastly, can you envision a time where you would have direct talks with either President Trump or the Trump administration?
So now you. Hey, you're done.
Well, not for the time being,
You're done.
but maybe in the future. Everything depends if the United States is ready to deal with Iran on an equal footing, on mutual respect, and based on mutual interests. We are ready to continue on other subjects. But unfortunately, the JCPOA or the previous deal didn't become a successful story, didn't become a successful experience for us.
Bro, come on now. Come on. Come on. Who was the aggressor? It was Israel. That's the craziest part. They frame it to you as if it was the Lebanese, but it wasn't. And then I just said that, hey, yo, Israel took land, and you guys sat there and told me, no, they didn't. No, they didn't, Set. I show you on BBC, and now you're telling me, oh, well, this was the 6-Day War. No, well, this was that. It's like, bro, what's going on here, guys? That's why I timed out old dude, because I'm like, bro, y'all just literally sat here in my face and told me, no, Set, that's not real. They didn't do that. But I show you, and now what? I mean, you see where you guys sound a little bit unreasonable at certain times. Like, oh, okay. Shut up, Lassie. The Golan Heights was a 6-day war. Who was the aggressor there? Israel.
And this is why we are very skeptical with Americans right now. This is why we are not ready to engage with them directly. But the moment we feel that everything is in the right order, then everything is possible.
Mr. Foreign Minister, we appreciate your time. Thank you for joining us, and we'd love to have you back as things move forward.
My pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
Now, let's move on to the left side of news because, I mean, hey, Fox was a little bit nicer than I expected.